Men over 60, I want to share something with you today that might surprise you. There is a simple drink, something you can prepare in less than 2 minutes, that when taken just before intimacy can help restore the kind of stamina and performance you thought belonged to your younger years. Now, I am not talking about anything synthetic. I am not talking about pills or potions from a laboratory. What I am speaking of is a combination of natural ingredients that have been used for centuries to support male vitality, circulation, and endurance. And when prepared correctly and taken at the right time, this drink works with your body's natural design to deliver oxygen-rich blood exactly where you need it, precisely when you need it most. Over my years of teaching natural health principles, I have met countless men who quietly accepted certain changes. Perhaps the firmness is not what it once was. Perhaps the duration has shortened. Perhaps there is worry, hesitation, or embarrassment where there used to be confidence. And so often, these men say to me, "Barbara, it's just age." But I always remind them of this truth: aging is natural. Decline is not. The body was designed to function, to perform, to experience pleasure and connection well into the later decades of life. When we look closely at what has changed, we often find that the real issue is not age itself, but rather the accumulation of years of poor circulation, inflammation, stress, and nutritional deficiency. Yet nature has always provided answers, and this particular drink addresses several of these root causes simultaneously. For years, I have seen men struggle with expensive treatments, uncomfortable devices, and the frustration of inconsistent results when often the real solution was something much simpler, something that could be mixed in their own kitchen using ingredients that cost just a few dollars. Because here is the truth: when you feed the body what it needs, when you support its natural systems rather than trying to force or manipulate them, it responds. The body knows how to deliver blood. It knows how to sustain an erection. It knows how to produce energy and stamina. What it needs from us is the right fuel, the right support, and the right timing. So what am I speaking of? This drink combines 3 powerful natural ingredients, each one chosen for a specific purpose. The base is raw honey, not the processed kind you find in plastic squeeze bottles, but real, unfiltered raw honey that still contains all of its enzymes, minerals, and natural compounds. For centuries, honey has been considered an aphrodisiac, a source of sustained energy and a supporter of male virility. In ancient times, newlywed couples would drink mead, a fermented honey drink, during their first month of marriage. This is where we get the term honeymoon. The reason was simple. Honey provides clean, stable energy without the crash that comes from refined sugars. It contains boron, a trace mineral that helps the body use testosterone more effectively. It supports healthy circulation by feeding the cells with glucose that is slowly absorbed rather than spiked. And when taken before intimacy, it gives the body the fuel it needs to sustain performance. But honey alone is not enough. The second ingredient is fresh lemon juice. Now you might wonder what lemon has to do with stamina. Let me explain. Lemon is one of nature's most powerful circulatory supports. It contains high levels of vitamin C, which is essential for the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the compound that tells blood vessels to relax and widen. Without sufficient nitric oxide, blood cannot flow freely into the tissues that need it during arousal. This is why so many pharmaceutical solutions target this same pathway. But lemon does it naturally, gently, without side effects. It also helps to alkalize the body, reducing inflammation that can restrict blood flow, and it supports the liver in clearing toxins that may be interfering with hormone production. The third ingredient is what brings this drink to life: ginger. Fresh ginger root, grated or juiced, is one of the most powerful natural vasodilators we have. A vasodilator is simply something that causes blood vessels to open wider. When blood vessels are constricted, circulation is poor. Blood moves slowly. Tissues do not receive adequate oxygen. But when vessels are dilated, blood flows freely and forcefully. Ginger has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years to improve circulation, warm the body, and enhance vitality. It also has a unique effect on sexual function. Studies have shown that ginger can increase testosterone levels, improve sperm quality, and enhance arousal. But what matters most for stamina is its immediate effect on blood flow. Within 20 to 30 minutes of consuming ginger, circulation improves throughout the entire body, including the pelvic region. When we combine these three ingredients, raw honey, fresh lemon juice, and ginger, we create a synergy that is far more powerful than any single ingredient alone. The honey provides sustained energy and hormonal support. The lemon delivers the vitamin C needed for nitric oxide production. The ginger opens the blood vessels and drives circulation. Together, they create a drink that prepares the body for performance in a way that is natural, safe, and remarkably effective. Now, let me be clear about how this works. An erection is quite simply the result of blood flow. When arousal occurs, the nervous system sends signals that cause blood vessels in the penis to relax and expand. Blood rushes in to fill the spongy tissues, creating firmness and size. But this process requires several things to work correctly. It requires healthy blood vessels that can respond to signals. It requires adequate nitric oxide to trigger the relaxation response. It requires sufficient blood pressure and volume to fill the tissues completely. And it requires sustained energy to maintain the erection throughout intimacy. This drink addresses all of these requirements. The beauty of this approach is its timing. Unlike daily supplements that must be taken for weeks before you notice results, this drink works within 30 to 45 minutes. This is because it provides the body with exactly what it needs at exactly the right moment. The natural sugars in honey enter the bloodstream quickly, providing immediate fuel. The vitamin C from lemon begins stimulating nitric oxide production within minutes. The ginger starts dilating blood vessels almost immediately. By the time you are ready for intimacy, your body is primed, your circulation is enhanced, and your stamina is supported. But there is more to this than just the physical mechanics. One of the most important aspects of male sexual function is confidence. When a man worries about his performance, when he is anxious about whether he will be able to achieve or maintain an erection, that anxiety itself becomes a barrier. Stress causes the release of cortisol, which constricts blood vessels and interferes with arousal. It creates a cycle where worry leads to poor performance, which leads to more worry. This drink helps to break that cycle. When you know that you have taken something to support your body, when you feel the warmth of the ginger spreading through your system, when you sense the energy from the honey beginning to work. It creates a psychological reassurance that allows you to relax, and relaxation is essential for arousal. Let me share with you exactly how to prepare this drink. The measurements matter, so pay attention. You will need 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Look for honey that is labeled as raw and unfiltered. It should be thick, sometimes even crystallized. This is a sign of quality. You will need the juice of half a fresh lemon. Do not use bottled lemon juice. Fresh is essential because the vitamin C begins to degrade quickly after juicing, and you will need 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger root, or if you prefer, 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger juice. You can grate the ginger using a fine grater, or you can use a small piece of ginger and press it through a garlic press to extract the juice. Here is how you put it together. In a small glass, place the tablespoon of honey. Add the fresh lemon juice. The acidity of the lemon will help to thin the honey slightly, making it easier to mix. Then add your ginger. If you are using grated ginger, you can strain it after mixing if you prefer a smoother drink, or you can leave the small pieces in. Some men find that the texture adds to the experience. Now add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of warm water. Not hot, just warm. This helps everything blend together smoothly. Stir it well until the honey is completely dissolved and everything is combined. The result should be a golden, slightly cloudy drink with a strong, warming aroma. Drink this approximately 30 to 45 minutes before you anticipate intimacy. Do not gulp it down. Sip it slowly, allowing the flavors to coat your mouth and throat. As you drink, you will notice the warmth of the ginger beginning almost immediately. This is the vasodilation starting to work. You may feel a slight tingling or warmth spreading through your chest and down into your abdomen. This is exactly what you want. It is the blood vessels opening, the circulation improving, the body preparing itself. Now, what can you expect? In the first 15 to 20 minutes, you will likely notice increased warmth in your body. Some men report a slight flushing of the face or a feeling of energy building. This is the honey providing fuel and the ginger opening circulation. By 30 minutes, you should feel alert, energized, and physically ready. When arousal occurs, you will likely notice that firmness comes more easily, that the erection is fuller and more sustained, and that your stamina throughout intimacy is noticeably improved. Many men report being able to last significantly longer, with better control and more intense sensations. This is because the tissues are receiving optimal blood flow and oxygen, which supports both performance and pleasure. But let us talk about what else is happening in your body when you drink this. The benefits extend far beyond just the immediate performance enhancement. Raw honey, when consumed regularly, helps to balance blood sugar levels. This is important because blood sugar spikes and crashes can interfere with hormone production and energy levels. Honey also contains antioxidants that protect the blood vessels from damage, keeping them flexible and responsive. The boron in honey supports the body's use of testosterone, which is essential for libido, muscle strength, and overall male vitality. Lemon juice, beyond its vitamin C content, supports liver function. The liver is responsible for processing and clearing excess estrogen from the male body. When the liver is sluggish, estrogen levels can rise, which suppresses testosterone and contributes to weight gain, low energy, and reduced sexual function. By supporting liver health, lemon helps maintain a healthier hormone balance. It also aids in digestion, which is important because poor digestion can lead to inflammation and nutrient deficiencies that affect sexual health. Ginger is perhaps the most remarkable of the three. Beyond its immediate circulatory effects, ginger is a powerful anti-inflammatory. Chronic inflammation is one of the hidden causes of erectile dysfunction. When blood vessels are inflamed, they cannot dilate properly. When tissues are inflamed, they do not respond well to stimulation. Ginger helps to reduce this inflammation throughout the body. It also supports testosterone production. Studies have shown that men who consume ginger regularly have higher testosterone levels than those who do not, and it aids in digestion and nutrient absorption, ensuring that the body can make use of all the vitamins and minerals it receives from food. So while this drink works immediately to support performance, when taken regularly, perhaps 2 to 3 times per week, it also works to improve your overall sexual health over time. The blood vessels become healthier and more responsive. Hormone levels begin to optimize. Inflammation decreases, energy levels improve, and confidence builds with each successful experience. Now, I want to address something important. This drink is not a magic solution that will overcome serious health conditions. If you have advanced cardiovascular disease, uncontrolled diabetes, or severe hormonal imbalances, you will need to address those underlying issues with proper nutrition, lifestyle changes, and possibly medical care. But for the vast majority of men over 60 who are experiencing the normal age-related decline in stamina and performance, this drink can make a profound difference. It works with your body, not against it. It supports natural function rather than forcing artificial responses. Some men ask me whether they can modify the recipe. The answer is yes, within reason. If you find the ginger too strong, you can start with half a teaspoon and gradually increase as you become accustomed to it. If you prefer a sweeter drink, you can add slightly more honey, though I would not exceed 2 tablespoons as too much sugar. Even natural sugar can cause a spike and crash that works against your goals. Some men like to add a small pinch of cayenne pepper for an extra circulatory boost. Cayenne is another powerful vasodilator, and it intensifies the warming effect. Just be cautious with the amount. A tiny pinch is sufficient. You can also experiment with the timing. Some men find that 30 minutes is perfect. Others prefer to drink it 45 minutes to an hour before intimacy. Pay attention to how your body responds and adjust accordingly. The goal is to time it so that you feel the peak effects, the warmth, the energy, the enhanced circulation right when you need them most. One more thing I want to mention. This drink works best when combined with other healthy practices. If you are dehydrated, if you have just eaten a heavy meal, if you are exhausted or highly stressed, the drink alone may not be enough to overcome those obstacles. Make sure you are well hydrated throughout the day. Drink plenty of clean water. Avoid heavy meals in the hours before intimacy, as digestion diverts blood away from other areas. Try to manage stress through deep breathing, gentle exercise, or time in nature, and get adequate sleep. These foundational practices create the conditions in which this drink can work most effectively. There is something deeply satisfying about taking control of your health in this way, about knowing that you do not need to rely on prescriptions or doctors or expensive treatments, about discovering that nature has provided everything you need to reclaim your vitality and confidence. This is not about turning back the clock or pretending to be 30 again. This is about honoring where you are in life while refusing to accept unnecessary decline. You are over 60. You have earned your years. You have wisdom, experience, and depth that younger men do not possess, and you deserve to enjoy intimacy, connection, and physical pleasure for as long as you choose. If this information has been valuable to you, I encourage you to share it with other men who may be struggling silently with these same concerns. And if you are finding these natural health principles helpful, consider staying connected so you can continue learning about the simple, powerful remedies that nature provides. Your health is your greatest treasure. Your vitality is not something that must fade with age. It is something that can be nourished, supported, and maintained through simple daily choices. So tonight, or whenever you next anticipate intimacy, mix yourself this drink. Take your time with it. Feel the warmth spreading through your body. Trust in the wisdom of these ancient ingredients. And then, with confidence and presence, enjoy the experience that follows. The body knows what to do. It simply needs the right support. And with this one simple drink, you are giving it exactly that.